Hey guys! Today I'm going to film the 7 Deadly Sins of Beauty tag. I feel it's a pretty new tag, but I might be wrong with that. I haven't been around on YouTube that much lately. But whoever came up with that idea of the tag, who started the tag, I think it's a great idea, it's a creative idea. I really like it, and that's why I just wanted to start and film it. I actually had planned something different for today, but I've seen this tag yesterday and I just wanted to jump in right away. So yeah, here we go. So obviously it's based on the 7 deadly sins but related to beauty topics, and it starts with greed. The question is, what is your most expensive and inexpensive beauty item? For the most inexpensive, I've picked 2 beauty items, since I don't know for sure which one was less expensive, or they maybe have even cost the same amount of money. So I'm going to show you 2 things. The first one is by Essence. It was a drugstore brand in Europe first, I think, but now you can pretty much get it everywhere. So this is one of their single eyeshadows, and the color is called Love Me, with a sparkling effect. Super soft and long-lasting eyeshadow, and the number is 24. So here is the color. It's definitely a golden color, and I wanted to use this as a warm highlighter color. I do like the color a lot, and you can see the nice print on there. Considering that it costs not really that much money, I think it is a nice quality. It looks really pretty. They have a huge variety of colors, but especially this one, I feel, well, it creates a lot of fall off, since the shimmer glitter particles are kind of, well, huge, not that fine. I think that's the reason why it causes so much fall off, but the color itself is really pretty. And the other product is by P2. So I think this is something you can't get outside Germany, but well, it's just one of the most inexpensive items I own, so I had to show you. It's a lipstick. I have it in, I guess, well, 5 different colors now. This is one of them. I'm going to show you a swatch. It's a burgundy pink kind of color. And actually, those are amazing. They create a glossy kind of finish on the lips, and the pigmentation is huge. It's awesome. They do not dry the lips. They stay on really, really long, surprisingly. If you're interested, this is the color Union Square, number 115. And I really like those, so that's why I have so many colors. So as I said, I do not remember which one was the less expensive, but they both definitely cost less than €2. I can't check back since they have raised their prices a little bit, but still they are not that expensive. But unfortunately, I can't tell you the exact price I've paid. So the most expensive item I own is definitely the Becca palette, or one of the Becca palettes. This one is the Velveteen Eye palette with the colors Organza, Lurex, Chintz, Shantung, and Barbarella. I have to admit, this is nothing I've bought on my own. It came with one of the recent glossy boxes. Not everyone got it, but yeah, I was lucky enough to be one of the girls who found this in their boxes. And I was so happy when I've seen it, because I've done research on it before. and decided this is way too expensive for me to pay such a price just for, you know, like 5 eyeshadows. But okay, these are the colors. It came with this little cracked area, but I don't mind. I do like the colors, but now that I know what the quality is like, would I really buy it on my own? I don't think so. The quality is nice, for sure. Nice colors, nice quality, nice pigmentation, but I don't think that it's necessary to pay that much money for those eyeshadows, since you can get less expensive ones with maybe an even better quality. It is a nice palette, and well, of course I was happy to see this in my box, of course I was, but no, I don't think it's worth it to pay that much money. Okay, let's continue with RAS. What beauty products do you have a love-hate relationship with? And what beauty product has been the hardest to get? I definitely and for sure do have a love and hate relationship with false eyelashes. These are just, you know, like an example. I'm talking about the full sets of lashes you have to apply at once. I'm pretty fine with those single lashes. I find them way easier to apply. With those lashes, it definitely depends purely on how lucky I am on that specific day where I decide to wear them. Maybe it is because I don't have that much practice with it. When I would do it every single time, or at least a couple of days in the weeks, of course it might get easier after some time. It's always like that. The more you practice, the easier it gets. But with false lashes, with these entire sets of false lashes, it's always a struggle. I love to wear them. I think it makes pretty much every eye look so beautiful. Of course, you have to find the right ones, but usually I find them really, really pretty on every girl. It's just, well, as much as I love to wear them, sometimes it's just not working for me to apply them, which is really, really sad. Definitely the hardest for me to get was my primer. It's the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer, and as I've said in my previous video, I haven't bought it together with my foundation while I was in New York, but back then I've got a sample of it. And I loved it so much that afterwards I definitely want to have it. I have to admit, here in Germany, Laura Mercier is definitely not that popular. At least the products are not really available. Back then I knew there were 2 places I could get it. The first one is in Berlin and the other in Munich. Both locations are quite far away from me, and I wasn't planning on traveling there anytime soon, so, well, there was definitely a problem. But I knew a friend of mine was planning on traveling to Munich. I've asked her if she could bring me the primer back home, and well, she said it's not a problem. She was planning on going to that mall anyways, so I was already very excited. And then she was, you know, she was calling me while she was at the counter in front of all the Laura Mercier products, and then she wanted to wanted me to tell her the name again, and then she said, well, they do have primers, but not yours. They have the ones for oily skin types, but not for dry. Well, bad luck. So I knew there was the option left of the counter in Berlin. But I wasn't really sure how the process of the ordering. Well, I knew there was the option left of the counter in Berlin, but I wasn't really sure about the ordering process. since there was not an online store you could order it from, and there was not a number you could call. But I figured out you actually have to write them an email and tell them what product you're interested in, and then they're going to check if they have it and send it to you after you have paid the money in advance. So I did all that. They contacted me that they have received my payment and that they're going to ship it now. But within 3 weeks, nothing reached me. And usually within Germany, well, it's going to reach you within 2 or 3 days. So it's pretty fast, I would think, but 3 weeks, that's, well, I just knew something went wrong. Well, as I said, I already paid the money for the product, so I was a little concerned, and I contacted the customer service, and they told me the shipment was not successful. The package came back. I don't know why that would happen, and why they haven't contacted me. But anyways, they told me they would try to ship it again, and they actually sent me the shipment information so that I could check on my package, on my order, which I did a couple of times. But within 2 weeks, again, my order wasn't moving. It wasn't getting anywhere close to me. So I contacted the customer service again, and the excuse was that they are very busy at the moment and they basically just forgot about my order, which they are very sorry about. But I don't understand how they could, send me shipping informations when they haven't even started to send my order. So that was a little weird, but anyways. Finally, at the third trial, it worked, and the entire process took me 2 months in total till my primer was at my home and I could finally call it my own. And this is the story why I can say this definitely was the hardest product for me to get. Next comes GLUTTONY, and the question is, what are your most delicious beauty products? To be honest, I don't really own any of those beauty products with a taste to it. I know there are, for example, facial mask with a chocolate flavor and those kind of things, but I don't own those. The only thing I could remember that has sort of somehow a little taste is a gloss with a peeling effect. It's by Alverde. It's a natural cosmetic brand here in Germany. I don't think it's available outside Germany. So it comes with vanilla and sugar. Of course, the sugar is meant to do the kind of peeling effect, and the vanilla just adds some taste. And it really does taste like super sweet vanilla flavor. Doesn't taste bad, but also not like really that delicious. But as far as I remember, that's the only product I own that really has a taste to it. So that was the only thing I could show you right now. Okay, next comes SLOTH, and the question is, what beauty products do you neglect due to laziness? There are 2 things I can mention. One of them was already the answer to the question before, or one of the questions before. I'm talking about the full set of lashes. As I've said, not so easy for me to apply, and that's why most of the times I'm way too lazy to even try and choose the single ones over those, because those are way easier for me to use. So that's one of the products I neglect because, well, I'm kind of lazy. And the other is fluid or gel liner. Well, one of mine is Clinique, just so that I can show you something. actually they're not that hard to apply, or in particular this one is very easy to work with, but still I definitely do have to focus on it and concentrate while I'm applying it. And there are other options, well, that are going to give me the same result at the end, but they are a little easier to use. So again, it's just easy versus a little more difficult. And you know, when I'm in a hurry in the morning, I tend to go for the easier version. Next is pride, and the question related to pride is, what beauty product gives you the most self-confidence? Well, again, I have picked 2 products. Since I can't really decide which one is more important to me, considering the amount of self-confidence I'm going to gain from them. Okay, the first one is foundation. As I've told you in multiple videos, I do have rosacea, and my skin for sure is not perfect at all. There are days, of course, where my skin looks better, but then there are also days where my skin looks really, really bad in my opinion, and on those days I feel way more confident once I have foundation on. So yeah, this is definitely super important to me. The next product I feel is probably the most mentioned product in this category as an answer to the question. I just know from my friends, this is what most girls find is most important when it comes to, you know, basic makeup items. And I do feel so too. I'm talking about mascara. In my opinion, setting the focus on my eyes makes just the biggest positive difference. Now we are talking about lust, and the question is, what attributes do you find most attractive in the opposite sex? Well, I can't really say that I'm just drawn to one particular type of men, but still, of course, there are features which are a little more important to me, or I'm just more attracted to. One of those things are definitely hands. I think when a guy has, you know, those strong, big masculine hands, I think that's sexy. Another thing definitely is the voice of a guy. I don't really know what exactly it is, you know, what the voice of a guy must sound like that I feel attracted to him. But still, it's very important to me, not just when it comes to guys. Voice in general is something important to me. But I just can't think of dating a guy that, well, talks with a voice that I don't really like to listen to. That's just how it is. And then there is one more thing I have noticed. I think I'm into guys with tattoos. Well, not all over tattooed guys, but if they have a tattoo here and there, maybe on the upper arm, I do think that's sexy most of the times. Last but not least, there's envy. What items would you most like to receive as a gift is the question. Well, I do not really have a wish list at the moment, since my birthday and Christmas is far away. So I haven't really thought about it that much lately. But I think generally the things I already own, and I know I do have to repurchase them constantly, those are items, of course, I would love to get as a gift because I need them, and obviously I like them because otherwise I wouldn't repurchase them. So I definitely, of course, would be happy to get them as a gift. But of course there is something else. For a very long time already, I'm searching for the perfect bubblegum pink. And well, I wasn't really that successful in finding it so far. And if someone of my friends or my family would be able to find that color and give it to me as a gift, oh my god, I would be so happy, because then I would first of all know, well, they have actually listened to me when I've mentioned it before and noticed, well, that's something that definitely would make her happy. And it would mean I don't have to search for it on my own anymore. Another big advantage. So that's definitely something I would love to receive as a gift. So these were my answers to the 7 Deadly Sins of Beauty tag. As I've said, in my opinion, that's a great tag, and I'm happy that someone had this idea. I wish it would have been mine, but it's not. And I hope you feel inspired to do this tag on your own. If you want to film a video related to that tag, or maybe answer those questions on your blog, whatever, you can find the questions down below in the description box. I will put them there, and then you can just copy them and answer them on your own. Now I wish you a nice day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!